Diaz, one back by Femi. Lamine Yamal has another one of those passes in him to Ferran Torres, who looks up and saw Rafinha was arriving. But they make yards.
Just slightly underhit the attempted cross. But again, I would have questioned why Rafinha's not first to the ball. So familiar now, aren't we, with the outside of the foot passing and crossing from Lamine Yamal. It's really awkward at times, but it still
works.
Yeah.
Yep. Pablo Torre on the bench tonight in terms of an attacking sense. Ansu Fati, who started in the week. Centre forward Pau Victor as well. Rafinha. Hugo Martinez now playing at left back. Late by Rudiger.
He's got a collection of strappings all over his body now, hasn't he, Rudiger? His knees strapped up and he was having stuff applied to his calf.
Pedri being withdrawn for Eric Garcia. He actually played at right back in the week, but Pedri's goal, it's been one of the standout moments of tonight. A stellar effort, the opener of the entire showpiece in Seville. The 6th goal of the season.
It's a tweak, isn't it? Eric Garcia will go and play as the holding midfield player.
Moved on by Kubasi. Firmino tries to lose Tchouameni, and he has done. He's lost Fran Garcia too. Ferran Torres with the movement to the near post, and it's hoovered up by Courtois. Arda Güler, good awareness. Modric with the movement. Blocked by Koundé. Pedri's evening done, and now he can only watch and hope his teammates will produce something big.
It doesn't look as if either team are settling for a draw and getting through into penalties. It has, tempo of the game has slowed down, as Endrick is the obvious one.
Was joint top scorer in the Copa del Rey prior to tonight with Ferran Torres and Julian Alvarez. Mbappe's ball through, intercepted. Bellingham nearly got there. We haven't seen him really in extra time, have we?
The entire second half and the extra time. The game has drastically slowed down now, hasn't it? It's about which team can string together enough passes, which team can get back into a defensive shape quick enough. Real Madrid have done that on this occasion. Barcelona slow passing attack, which has allowed the white shirts to get back in position.
Fermin Lopez nearly blustered his way through players in white. On by Bellingham towards Mbappe. Now Kubasi. Barcelona did rotate midweek to try and keep things fresh for today, but so did Real Madrid. Both managers taking gambles in a way. Fran Garcia's ball flicked on, it will find Mbappe. Bellingham, no foul, the ball was one, said the referee. Real Madrid appealing while Barca move. And Ferran Torres couldn't guide that on to Rafinha.
You feel again Barcelona are getting more opportunities now, but they're still untidy with their final pass and they're wasting good attacking situations.
Well, blasts it out.
I'm not sure he needed to do that. He could have been more constructive with something against Luka Modric, who's not going to outrun him.
Jude Bellingham playing his 48th game of Real Madrid's 57-game season so far tonight. But he was one of those that came on in the hard-fought win against Getafe in the week which you saw, Terry.
Yep, they needed the big hitters to come off the bench. They got the job done. It's a tough place to go and get 3 points. The last La Liga fixture you would like to have 3 days before a cup final, if I'm being honest.
Gavi pushes it out to Ferran Torres, who knows he has Rafinha around the back. But gathered by Courtois. Koundé too strong. Fermin Lopez. Martinez on the outside.
Looks as if whichever team can find that little bit of sharpness now, whether it's an individual or quicker attacking play.
Referee trying to play the advantage for Real Madrid, but he's going to go back. Let's give the free kick to Hansi Flick's dismay.
Yes, a clear foul. Too much complaining tonight, isn't there, from both sets of players, both benches, to a referee that was under enormous pressure.
Free kick was poor, gives it straight back to Barcelona. Lamine Yamal. Does he still have some creativity in his legs here as Rafinha goes down under the challenge from Modric?
He needs to be careful. I mean, built. If this is another attempt at a dive and feigning injury, the referee has explained it. Obviously, VAR has already checked it out. There's no foul.
Ferran Torres telling Rafinha to get back and link the play because Martinez is on his own. Fermin, bad challenge for Valverde. Barca play on. Ferran Torres just skews that wide. Nearly had his second of the game.
Yep, he's looked sharp, and it was. I was going to say that Fermin Lopez looks like one of the players that could do some damage. He's the liveliest looking attacking player on the pitch. It goes to Ferran Torres. He thinks about the return, and Rafinha slides the ball into him, and before you know it, I thought he'd done the hard part. Gets it away from Courtois, but he just drags it across and goes wide of that far post.
Moves so slick, our camera operator nearly lost track of the whole thing. Bellingham, super leap. Ardagula onto it. Mbappe free at the back post, but Barca's captain in the way of it. Some anxious expressions at both ends of the Estadio La Cartuja. Real Madrid have already scored from a corner this evening. And they had a run, it was Tchouaméni again.
Yeah, he was flying onto that one.
Half-time in extra time. No winning breakthrough yet. They're trying to catch their breath, the players out there, including 17-year-old Lamine Yamal. They'll be feeling it here now, Barcelona.
Yeah, we're talking about 90 minutes of football. I think we had 5-6 minutes at the end of each half as well. Now we've got extra time. The amount of games these players play, I don't know if we're getting any benefit out of an extra 30 minutes of extra time. I don't know what the solution is, but both sets of players now look out on their feet. We underestimate the heat as well, which has suddenly appeared in this part of Spain. Who can be the one player that can look the fresher? Can they make... Endrick is clearly that type of player. Ancelotti has been reluctant to use him.
Is this now an issue of trust in a big moment like this as to whether he brings him on or not?
Yeah, but I also think that freshness. I think Fermin Lopez clearly looks. Ferran Torres looks lively still. But I think Fermin Lopez out the substitutes that come. It's important you get on. You've got to make as many changes as you possibly can.
Rude again, real pain. So much so he interrupted Carlo Ancelotti's inspirational second half team talk.
Ancelotti asking his players to keep the ball. Important at this stage of the game, to the possession game, don't give the ball away, as we explaining.
Well, everyone has kept their seats to see how this is going to unfold. Is it going to go all the way to penalties? Real Madrid, of course, have already had penalty glory this season against Atletico in the Champions League. The infamous Alvarez double touch penalty. Dani Carvajal admitted it would be frustrating watching merely from the dugout, from the touchline.
He's cheerleading. The talisman of this team and this football club, to Stegen saying, do you want me to get warmed up for penalties, boss?
Well, we all remember the Louis van Gaal decision to make a change in goal during a World Cup penalty shootout. You'd be surprised, and Szczesny's had a good game out there today. He was sent off in the Super Cup meeting between these sides in the winter. But 15 more minutes, and then potentially penalties. Coming up to midnight in Seville. Kits didn't look tired though, did they? They look fine. Up in the stands tonight as Bellingham's hauled down. He's feeling it for sure.
A bit of a pile up there in central midfield. Eric Garcia with his leg across Jude Bellingham. And Bellingham find the second wind. Mbappe has been quiet since that initial burst after appearing as a substitute at half-time. Maybe Vinicius going off has lessened the threat of Real Madrid going forward.
Koundé down. Here's Eric Garcia. Most meaningful touches I can remember from him since coming on, and that's a super smart ball onto Fermin, who has options in the middle. Ferran Torres! Flags up.
He shouldn't have been offside. Doesn't need to be offside here. Tired mind. If I'm looking for a way out for him. He's never onside in this whole attack. It's an easy one.
That's
an easy one for him to get right.
Down, doesn't he, as well,
yeah,
there?
He had every possibility there of getting free.
Fermin, too sharp, Rudiger laboured, and the deflection off his own foot, perhaps. Sees that land on the roof of the Real Madrid net.
I'm not entirely sure what's happened here, whether play is going to be brought back and a free kick to Barcelona. Does the advantage count? Is that the end of the move? As Bellingham catches Eric Garcia.
Yeah, so he's booked here, Bellingham, but Fermin went on. Again, more of the turf just giving way. But it's a double touch that takes it over the bar.
Courtois doesn't look like he's got the energy now to kick the ball into the attacking half of the pitch.
Only one previous Clásico has ended in a penalty shootout. It's back in 1985 in a cup quarter-final at the Bernabeu. Barcelona won, by the way. So we might be on for the rarest of things here tonight. Real Madrid Trying to stop that happening. It's Kylian Mbappe, collects from Valverde. Arda Güler should be fresh out there compared to others. Bellingham made the run, flag stayed down. Koundé clipped. Ferran Torres. Just trying to find Fermin Lopez at the moment because he is the busiest player out there. And Tchouaméni with a brilliant challenge.
Yeah, he's been superb tonight. He's really good as the holding midfield player in Real Madrid's midfield. He's gone to centre back. He's been outstanding. He's dropping back in. He's helping out. Sometimes it's three at the back with him and Asensio. Sometimes Asensio is right back. Sometimes Valverde's right back. He's just putting out fires all over the pitch already in Tchouaméni.
Martinez and Kubasi arriving now. Corner right in on the keeper, and in the fact he didn't do it better with that is Eric Garcia.
Yeah, because he clearly thinks he should have done. He's frustrated. He's got across the defender, tried to glance it back towards goal. It's not an easy chance though.
Well, he's lively and he will be fresh compared to others.
And in form in this competition. A big reason why Real Madrid are here in the final.
Centre-back off the striker, Terry, as well. Rudiger withdrawn.
Just another position change with Tchouaméni again. He's been backwards and forwards. He's been doing doggies in midfield and centre-back tonight. And Rudiger has done well to last this long, because I thought he was going to go off quite some time ago with at least one injury.
So on comes Endrick. Round of applause from Carlo Ancelotti. And his 18-year-old striker's on.
Both legs taped up and strapped up.
Scored in both legs of the Real Sociedad semi-finals, and in fact he scored in his last 4 Copa del Rey appearances.
He's sharp, he's lively, he can be too aggressive at times as well. He can get wound up, but he can finish. He might get a chance where he might be better off playing someone else in, but I promise you he'll shoot. He is very direct. And he's a potential match winner for Real Madrid.
So roughly 10 minutes to work with here at the end of extra time. By my count, Barca have used 4 subs. Still have like someone like Ansu Fati, who, despite his limited minutes, you'd have thought might offer freshness.
It's important to keep that freshness. Use the maximum amount, get the maximum amount of fresher players on the pitch. He's taken off Pedri. There isn't a bigger player in this team than Pedri. Lamine Yamal is extraordinary. At 17 he can keep playing as much as he does.
Gavi gets forward, and Fede Valverde has some engine on him. He's there to deal with it. Brahim Diaz skipping forward, Bellingham with Mbappe up with him. Arda Güler. Endrick on the outside.
Told you he
on
should.
cue, yeah. It's a lovely play from Lamine Yamal. Offloaded the ball and then didn't really get up with Gavi. Arda Güler. Mbappe's at the back post. Bellingham's running, and he couldn't make meaningful contact with it.
That's his game, isn't it? Since he's joined Real Madrid, that ability to burst into the penalty box. Arda Güler with a lovely in-swinging cross. Koundé does just about enough, doesn't he? Gets tight, make sure he has contact. Bellingham just a touch away from getting a flying diving header.
His one goal in this Copa del Rey run came in the 4-4 with Real Sociedad in the semi-final. Hasn't been as free scoring as last season, but the role has changed. 23 goals in 23-24, 13 this season. It's probably more what they were expecting, in truth, when they signed him from Dortmund.
His highest Dortmund was 14 a season.
It's an extraordinary long ball, and it's gone all the way up to Diaz.
Players keep finding reserves of energy and strength that you don't think they've got anymore in this game.
Adegula and Hendrick try to exchange it. Back in towards Bellingham again. And Jules Koundé there once more. The pass dragged. Tchouameni avoids falling over. Oh, it's a wild decision to go for that from Hendrick. He's lost it. And Raul Asensio's bailed him out big time.
How poor was that from Rafinha? 3 players to aim for, all making the right angle for him. He could have had another touch and it would have been a straightforward pass for a teammate to slot home. He's shot too early tonight, he's crossed too early tonight, he's passed too early tonight, Rafinha. He is one of those players that Hansi Flick is going to rely on, trust. He's throughout this season, he has come up with the goods. But it's Ferran Torres who's making way for Pau Victor, straight swap.
The Copa del Rey's top scorer this season departs, and Pau Victor, the striker who was given a first-team contract in the summer after impressing in pre-season. He's got a couple of goals this season, both in La Liga. Straight in up front, and one imagines he'd be on a penalty should the game get that far. Short, Koundé onto it to maybe win the Copa del Rey. Koundé with a killer effort, and Barcelona celebrate in Seville with minutes remaining of extra time. Hansi Flick checks the watch. It's not done yet, but Barcelona will believe their 32nd title is on the way. Real Madrid labouring and tired. Have they lost it? Have Barcelona won it?
Well, Real Madrid will still feel they can come back into it. You saw the looks, the winks, the nods of approval from the Real Madrid players that we've got time, but it's going to be really tough now. Inigo Martinez does well, he's closing down Luka Modric. It's a stray pass from Modric. Brahim Diaz doesn't go to meet the ball, and Koundé does. And when he's looking at shooting, I'm thinking, wrong choice. You don't score many goals, and when they do, they're normally with your head. But I underestimated the technical ability there. He's aiming for the corner, hits it right through with the laces. It's a tired dive from Thibaut Courtois. He tries to get down low, tries to get that firm hand on it. Sneaks under the dive of Courtois. These games are always dramatic. There's always so much drama. And it's not finished yet.
Modric saying he should have had his teammate come to the ball there. And Jules Koundé, who left the city of Seville to join Barcelona, back here, he might have won it. He might have won it. And while the cliche will sound tired, if there's one team who can score here, here's Real Madrid, and here is Brahim Diaz. Mbappe! Penalty! Oh, the offside flag's gone up, I think.
Well, we're going to have to chew over this one now, aren't we? Offside. Was it a penalty? they've really gone quickly on the offside decision. I was looking at Hendrick being offside. Mbappe isn't. Great skills from Mbappe. Gavi with the touch, maybe. It's untidy, it's a mess, but it was always going to end like this in these circumstances.
Wow, what a game, what a game.
Offside appears to have been confirmed.
Yeah, looked like Brahim Diaz was beyond the last man when he was played in. Firmine. Asensio keeps it in play, and then Lamine Yamal wins it back. Well, they couldn't rally to turn around that Arsenal deficit in the Champions League. And they're not done in La Liga's title race.
Both sets of supporters have been really put through it tonight, haven't they? Barcelona in control, then suddenly Mbappe appears, then Real Madrid in control, then the equaliser, now a possible winning goal in extra time.
Hansi Flick shouting at his players for going onto the pitch and one throwing something onto the pitch. Chaos down on the touchline. Rafinha, oh, what a touch. Pau Victor. Modric gets in his way, but it's another pass of his. Cut out.
We're going to soon find out how much added on time in extra time.
The official hasn't even popped up the board yet. We've had the 120 minutes, but there's going to be 2 additional. Modric, Brahim Diaz, Chesney's out.
Calamity written all over it, didn't he? But he gets away with it, makes the right call.
It's going to be Sunday League on the touchline.
Yeah.
And Hendrick's offside.
With 26 players on the pitch there and 3 footballs.
Again, he's looking down the line there, Hendrick.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. He's 18 years of age. And that has killed the clock for Real Madrid. They can't get the momentum going. And they've given that manager their all tonight. There's been no complaint about character and attitude and spirit. And for long periods of the second half and extra time, the ability that we know they have. But it's been a sensation of game of football.
Valverde. Big header from the captain. Pau Victor. Offside. I think it's chaotic out there at the moment. Hail Mary time for Courtois and Real Madrid. It's another flick on by Bellingham, won by a player in white. Mbappe gets away from Eric Garcia, but the hand catches Eric Garcia. Real Madrid players from the touchline running on the pitch.
There's stuff being thrown on the pitch by the Real Madrid players, and Mbappe's just trying to break free there of Eric Garcia. Looking at the Barcelona player, something did get thrown on the pitch from the bench from a Real Madrid player. Obviously it appears it must have been Rudiger.
Look at this here. Rudiger furious with the referee. They're having to hold him back. And Rudiger screaming at the referee, already so in the spotlight prior to this final. But they've lost it down on the touchline here, Real Madrid.
You can see something that's thrown I mean, he's in big trouble. It doesn't miss the referee by a million miles, does it? It's at the referee, wherever it is. He's throwing an object at the referee. If it is Rudiger, it's pathetic from the Real Madrid. It's over a free kick. There's 120 odd minutes, plus all those extra minutes we've had, and they're losing it over a free kick against Kylian Mbappe. And I've just given them credit about the way they performed. They've got players that are missing through injury, important players missing through injury, players playing in different positions throughout the game. They came back to lead when I thought it was against them. I didn't see them winning this game when they were outplayed in the first half. But then they go and spoil it by these antics with what's gone on during the week as well, regarding the referee, and they get beaten this.
Barcelona will lift the Copa del Rey for a record 32nd time. The most dramatic of finals, befitting of a Clásico, decided right at the end of extra time. Jules Koundé there, taking in the adulation of 26,000 Barca fans. At one point Real Madrid did lead, but Barca got them level before 90 were played. And in extra time, it is the Blaugrana Terry Gibson that celebrates.
Yeah, I'm glad it didn't go to penalties. I wanted the winner in the natural state of play. And I had no idea who that winning team was going to be. First half, I thought Barcelona dominated. We probably all looked at it and thought they probably should be more than one goal ahead. And you knew with just that one goal lead, that one goal advantage, that Real Madrid would come out fighting and be better in the second half. And they were. And Mbappe makes all the difference. It's dramatic, always dramatic. The scoring of this match was dramatic. It ends in dramatic fashion. It doesn't end great for Real Madrid in terms of the players' behaviour. Antonio Rudiger, I've never seen someone throw something at a missile at a referee from the bench. He's going to be punished accordingly. We won't be seeing him again for Real Madrid this season. Barcelona, the treble is on. An unlikely hero in Jules Koundé. There's been no criticism of the performance of Real Madrid in terms of spirit and attitude and fight, pride in wearing the shirt, but it's Barcelona who just literally nick it at the death.
We wondered if extra time was labouring towards an inevitable penalty shootout. Madrid still furious at the full-time whistle, but they are beaten tonight. Stay with us on Premier Sports. We'll be back shortly for the trophy presentation as Barcelona win the Copa del Rey.